Oi, he's Straw.
He's Pogger.
And together we are...
Dirty old men.
Yeah, well, less of the old.
Bowhammer, yes, that's us. Hello. And it's time again for one of those amazing 10-minute things we do.
Yeah, so we've got 10 minutes, well less than that now, 9 minutes 45 seconds. Well, now
44, 43.
Pressure. And we're going to talk about Twisted, this here game that is here.
Who's it by?
It's the Demented Games.
What's it about?
It's a Dickensian style steampunk
skirmish
game where there is the mystery that is the engine that lives deep in the world.
Weird thing.
And it's like a god slash demon slash machine computer.
It's something weird and wonderful.
Yes.
And that's what's twisting everything.
Twisting. And we are factions attempting to claim its power for ourselves.
That's it.
That's it. There we go.
Cheers. So at the moment there are two factions.
Yes.
There's the Dickensians,
Whee!
which you get the sorts like sort of Fagin,
Bill Sykes, Oliver,
Nancy.
It's that kind of thing. But obviously they're twisted and messed up because you've got these little Urkins who are like weird cyber creatures.
Little street kids that have been experimented on by Nancy.
Nancy does evil magic now.
Dodger's ain't got any legs.
He's got a
monowheel.
Fagin's got extra arms and stuff because it's all weird and steampunk. And then there are the servants of the engine.
Yes, we're the ones that think, oh, actually the engine's it probably knows what it's doing, so we'll do what it says.
Then you've got Nikola Tesla.
You've got Tesla, you've got Lancelot.
Yeah.
Nightingale, as in Florence.
Yep.
And
Gretel and Hansel.
Yeah, and lots of what they call gentlefolk, which are
automatons,
roboty things.
Yeah.
And there's lots of skirmishing going on.
Yeah, it's skirmish.
So it uses all of the dice.
All of the dice.
Which is always fun. We like games that use all of the dice.
But generally speaking, it's an opposed D20 roll for shooting and stuff like that. So
yeah, and casting, yeah.
I'll roll a D20 plus my attack skill, he'll roll a D20 plus his defense skill, and that's how you do stuff, generally, mostly.
What sets us apart differently from other skirmish games?
One of the things I particularly like is the favour of the engine deck, or the eye of the engine deck, which represents the engine being this kind of weird thing underground,
omnipresent, all-powerful thing
that's kind of controlling what's going on. And you draw cards and you go, I'm going to do this thing. Oh wow, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the engine's interference. Oh, one of my characters can make a free move action. And you're never quite sure what it's going to do, so it adds to the unpredictability of the game, which I do really like.
I know a lot of people would complain about that because they can't, work what they want to do properly. But that's the whole point of the game. It's not a case of you doing what you want. It's a case of you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
You think you're doing what you want to do, but you're not.
Yeah, and I like the unpredictability of that, because sometimes in games it can be a bit like, well, I'm going to do this, you're going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh well, I was there, honest.
So you get some of those cards at the start of turn.
Yep, you get one or two depending on whether you've got the favour of the engine. You can play them at various points in the game. Another thing that really sets it out is this this order deck. So each of your characters has got a little order card, which is just a picture of their character. And before the turn, you organise that in the way that you want your group to organise to activate. And then you go, well, I'm going to activate that person now, and then I'm going to activate. Then you're going to do an activation. Then I'm going to activate that person. But you don't obviously know what your opponent's got planned, and your opponent doesn't know what you've got planned.
And I like that. I like that. Again, it's the unpredictability of it.
Yeah, and so it saves it being that I do a thing, you react to that, I then react to you, you then react to my reaction, and just kind of like bink, 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 because you're never quite sure what's going to happen.
But the other thing about the favour of the engine is it allows you you win ties.
Yes.
And
you get to draw two of these cards, so you're slightly more in control.
But there is also doing the
tempt fate.
Tempting fate.
So at any point you can, if you're doing an action, you can go, I'm going to tempt fate and I'm going to draw one of these cards, and then you just do what it says at the bottom. I gain an extra action that can be used for any purpose. That's cool. Suddenly I'm more oomphy. But if I get a red one, it could be a bad thing. So you're never quite sure.
And if you do get a bad one, then the favour of the engine goes to the other person,
which is bad.
Ah.
There are alchemantic spells which you can do, which are various kind of magic-y type weird engine shenanigans you can do, like exploding people and jumping around,
looting people, yeah,
stuff like that.
The cards basically speak for themselves. You get a picture, you've got your stats, you've got your health, weapons and special abilities, and all the abilities that you need are on the back of the card.
Yeah, which we like.
Which we like. There is also a cheat sheet.
Yes,
two of them.
A very good cheat sheet, which has got page references to all of the things, like, haha, this is the shooting thing, but if you want more information on that, go to page such and such.
Take note of that, people.
Yeah, really, really good thing.
It's a really good thing.
Really nice index in the book, again, silly little thing, but makes me really happy.
And all the tokens are lovely and pretty as well.
Yeah, yeah, very pretty, very nice game. The models are stunning.
Wow.
The detail on, if you don't know, go and check out the Twisted website, and they've got lots of painted examples.
They are beautiful. They are.
That are really, really gorgeous.
So there's 2 factions at the moment.
Yep.
There's 2 more coming.
Yes.
Second wave drops soon. I think it's kind of dropping now-ish.
I can't remember what they're called.
There's the Egyptians, which are... there's something of Set. Are they Skins of Set or something? And then there's the Is it Harmony?
Oh yeah, the Guild of Harmony or
which
Harmony
are
Guild or something.
mercenaries.
Which is in the world of Monkey.
In the world of Monkey? Yeah, there's a load of mercenaries. So you get things like Tinkerbell, Ariel, and Sebastian the Crab. So they are your mercenaries, which I think any faction can use.
Yeah, set on a 3x3 board, generally speaking, and there's lots of different table setups and objectives in the book. We are playing through the campaign at the moment, but there are, I think there's 10 of each.
10 of each?
10 different deployments and 10 different mission objectives. Plus you've got your Tower of Taxing Tasks, which is like sub-objectives to give you more things to do, to again lessen the predictability of the game.
And another little thing as well is the like the war gear.
Yeah. One of the things, normally when you have your X amount of points to spend, 200 points generally speaking, and normally if you can't make 200 points in most games, you just, you're down a couple of points. Actually you can buy a couple of little mini upgrades just to kind of round it off and give a little flavour.
And you roll them randomly.
Yeah, which is really, I think that's really interesting.
It's really fun.
It stops it being that, what am I going to do with this points I've got left? Oh well, just
buy
points. Buy a little thing.
I'll just see what I get.
Plus 1 attack for 1 thing, there's nice little additions like that to give a little flavour. What else? Artful Dodger on a monowheel. I mean,
what more is there to like?
What's not to love?
But yeah, they also do their own buildings. Are
they're coming
so
soon.
Pretty.
So really nice.
Pretty.
MDF. They're based in Australia, right?
Yes, they are. I told Sebastian and
I want to say
Pete. Yes, hello boys. How are you?
Down in Australia. So if you're an Australian game player, they do have distribution in the Northern Hemisphere and everything else. But if you are an Australian player, I know that they sometimes have problems getting into games. So do check out this one. Because sometimes they're like, oh wow, we always get left behind. Well, no, they're on your doorstep. Not doorstep, because Australia's big. It's a big old size of the moon.
Size of the moon.
It is the size of the moon. If you overlaid the diameter of the moon over Australia, they're roughly the same size.
But you couldn't take Australia and wrap it around the moon.
No, just the one side. Just the 1 minute and 3. Oh fucking hell! Dice. D20s. But you get to use all the other ones as well, which is cool.
The only other thing we can say about it is it's a really, really good little game.
Yeah.
We love it a lot.
It's really fun. Really like the Favour of the Engine deck to really spice things up. You're never quite sure what's going to happen.
No. And it's it takes that kind of Dickensian, steampunky thing and molds them together in such a way. It's pretty good.
I have to say I'm a big fan of. I mean, obviously I play the Dickensians at the moment, but I'm a big fan of that faction. Just the idea that Oliver Twist has turned into this big monstrosity like the Hulk or something with a big cyber arm. Fagin's got extra little kind of sneaking arms for nicking stuff. Bill Sykes is basically the devil.
God, he's unbelievable. It's scary.
And all this kind of stuff, and they've got these little Urkins that come out of the sewers, and you've got Hansel and Gretel, but Hansel's been turned into a little monkey thing, and all this kind of stuff, and the little gentleman robot doodads, and that's the thing. And so yeah,
That's all you get.
good. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like to. Subscribe if you don't like. You don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe. But we'd like if you like to unsubscribe. Until next time, oh, pardon me.
Till next time, go check out Twisted by Demented Games.
And if you want to know more about Twisted, the game, you can watch videos that we do because we've been doing videos on it.
And we're now about to go film another one.
Indeed.
So, cheers all.
Laters.